There it is. That's a relief. I was afraid I might have lost it.
Younger brother?
No, he's nothing to do with me. That's Joan's.
Joan?
Yes, my landlady. Well, friend, too. She owns the house.
And just the two of you live here?
Yes, we used to work together. Joan lived alone for years, and when she offered to share, you know how it is, I didn't like to say no.
So you're kind-hearted too?
Oh, it wasn't entirely selfless on my part. The rent's reasonable, and we get along quite well.
I'm afraid I have to take some of the blame for Pippa. She was always headstrong, never really happy, and as she had her own way.
Yes, well, she's certainly not going to chew me up and spit me out like every other man in her life.
Bit harsh, isn't it?
No. Oh, we'll probably fight like Kilkenny cats for the next few months, but you'll just have to bear that. I don't expect her to swallow her own medicine without some sort of struggle.
You sound determined to give her a hard time.
Oh, I am. In fact, I'd rather you didn't say anything just yet. I'm determined to marry her.
Might as well tell her. You should, you know. She's the one who'll be risking her life.
My life? That's right. We've had something big planned for months. Something really big. But we needed somebody on the outside. You'll do fine.
What are you after? Drugs? Booze?
That's chicken feed. We're going to break out of here. We need somebody to pick up the artillery and shoot a few guards for us. We reckon you're just the killer we need.
Are you straight up?
Deadly serious.
We wouldn't have needed you if it hadn't been for Sally's accident.
Who's Sally?
Shame about Sally. Such a nice young girl. Had a whole life ahead of her, too.
She was going to help us, but she chickened out.
Yes, sad.
Look, you've got the wrong girl. Guns? I can't get a hold of stuff like that.
You don't have to. It's all arranged. All you have to do is bring them in.
Look,
and then...
it's bloody difficult getting anything past these screws.
I'll tell you how to manage that later. The first thing is to pick them up.
And then just incapacitate a few of our nice, friendly officers.
You know how to use a gun, I hope.
Never had to. Always had me knife.
Well, fair enough. Use a knife then. Be quieter anyway.
But you took it off me.
Too right I did. If the screws hadn't caught you with it, you would have been history.
Yeah, right.
You know, she doesn't seem too keen. Perhaps she has plans for when she gets out.
Yeah, well, I will be pretty busy. Me and my mates have got a scam going on.
Gee, that's a pity, isn't it?
That's a shame. It's just what Sally said before she...
Come, Nikki's all right. She won't spill the beans.
We can't take the risk, Willie. She knows too much.
Hey, what do I know? You don't think I'm going to lag, do you?
No, Nora's right. We can't take the chance.
Hang on. Look, I won't be that busy. Maybe I can help you out.
Oh, that's good. I knew she was right for the job.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing at all, Mrs. Slattery.
Something wrong, Lennox?
No?
We're just having a chat, weren't we, Nikki?
Oh, yeah. Excuse, I've got to go to the loo.
Hey, catch up with you later.
I suppose you're wondering why I'm here.
Because you found somebody to take over being my lawyer.
Well, as a matter of fact, we're right back where we started from. Because I've decided I want to handle it myself.
Oh, that's great. Just wait till I tell the other girls. Hey, but you said that
Yes,
you...
I know what I said, Daphne, but I was being very selfish, I'm afraid. I had another offer. One that would have been quite good for my career, but...
Well, you mean more money and stuff like that?
Well, maybe.
Oh, you should have took it.
No. No, I've thought it all through, and I can hardly leave you in the lurch, can I? Besides, winning the case for you will mean a great deal to me, too.
I think you must be pulling my leg.
No, a very great deal to me.
Oh, thanks.
This is a very special case, and you're a very special young lady. I'm the one who should be thanking you. I take it you do want me, then?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if it isn't the little tough nut just ready for cracking.
Get off me back, will ya?
No way, bitch. I owe you for this.
You want me to do the other one too?
Oh, what are you going to use? Your teeth? Let's just see how tough you are when you haven't got your hardware to hide behind.
What are you doing here, Kelly?
Oh, nothing, Mrs. M. I was just going to wash my hands.
Lennox?
Yeah?
Was she threatening you?
No, like she said, she was just going to wash her hands.
Right, you go and wash in yourself, Kelly.
Righto.
You all right?
No, I'm sick to my stomach with this place. They're trying to force...
What are you doing here, Flynn? Just came to see if Nikki was all right. She's been gone a long time.
Yes, well, she says she's sick. Well, go on. Who's trying to force you into what?
Nothing. I just feel crook, that's all.
You want me to take it as sister?
No, I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, the two of you better get back to the rec room.
You weren't going to mention our little plan, were you?
No.
That's good. Because the walls have eyes and ears in this place. And we wouldn't be very happy if we heard you were getting friendly with the screws.
Sorry to bother you, Governor. We've just had a phone call about the emergency food delivery. They evidently had an accident a couple of miles down the road and the truck's lost its load.
How convenient. We have got to have those food supplies. I'm going out to try and salvage what I can. Would you bring your car too?
Oh, sure, but they're not likely to let us help ourselves off the road.
Oh, yes, they will.
He says that my case is going to be really... Just a minute, Daph. Can you play that again? Yeah. Anyway, he says that my case is going to be really important to him too. Octave down, huh? Play it down an octave. Here. Damn, how stupid can they be?
What's wrong?
Well, you know they said they'd fixed it, right?
It's all right to me.
Well, they've replaced the strings, but they haven't tuned it. Well, show it, Daph. Talk.
Oh, you can't tell from that. Play something. Let's hear it.
I'm not allowed to.
Sorry, love, I forgot.
Oh, well, I can.
Good, aren't you? You know, Stevie Wonder gave up the business when he heard Taffy was turning pro.
She reckons she can sell it for $60.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'll be lucky.
Oh, even if she does find some mug to buy, who says you're going to see the money? The only way you're going to make money around here is if you get it yourself.
I reckon we will start some more games.
Maybe. No point in having money around anyway. Got no buyer. Can't even get dope off that bitch.
Yeah, they're getting pretty thick with that kid, aren't they? What do you reckon they're up to?
I don't know. Maybe Flynn wants Nicky to stand for the council.
Do you know where it is?
Of course I know where it is.
Well, you make sure you're there by midnight. Queenie will be there as soon as she can after that.
Do you think we should warn her about Queenie?
Shh!
She's got a right to know who she's dealing with.
She knows enough already.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me.
Queenie's big. Real big, you know what I mean?
Nothing happens in this town, but Queenie gives it the nod.
Nicky, you're in the big league now. There's no backing out and there's no letting your side down, ever. Understand?
Bloody hoons, I tell you, swerving all over the road. If I didn't know better...
Look, let's just stick to the facts, all right?
Excuse me, I'm Anne Reynolds, Governor of Wentworth Prison.
Oh, right. And this stuff was on its way to you, I
Yes,
understand.
we're pretty desperate for it. What happened?
Like I was telling the constable here, a couple of hoons ran me off the road.
We could be trying to stop the food getting
Deliberately, do you think?
No, just playing stupid bloody games. Morons, the lot of them.
Any idea, Mrs. Reynolds?
No, nothing I can state with any certainty.
Hey, get out of there, you mongrel.
Alan?
Look, we're pretty desperate for these supplies at the prison. Can we load up our cars with some of the undamaged goods?
No, I'm sorry, lady, you can't do that. I got to get this lot back and get it sorted out for damages.
Please, I'll take full responsibility.
Oh, I'm sorry, my dispatch will have my guts for garters.
So how do I get in touch with your dispatcher?
I knew you'd come back to me, Ben. After all this time. It's just so wonderful to have somebody who really cares about me. Now, I promise I'll be a good wife and we'll be really happy, just the two of us.
Is this a private orgy? Or can anyone join in? You know, I reckon one day I'll chop his leaves off, stick him in the oven and dry him. See what kind of a joint he'd make.
Don't you dare touch any of my things, Lou. Don't listen to her.
You know, I reckon they're right about you. You know, having PMS. Permanent mental stupidity.
There's nothing stupid about being in love, Lou.
Oh, come off it. You got to be pretty desperate to fall in love with a plant. Unless, of course, he's a good kisser.
Lou.
Oh, I didn't expect you back.
I was beginning to have doubts myself. I always thought it was easy to get stuff that had fallen off the back of a lorry.
Only if it doesn't belong to you. Was there more?
Yes, both my car and Pat's are full. Could you get a couple of officers to take it down to the kitchen, please?
Certainly, Mrs. Reynolds.
And, Meg, could I see you in my office?
If I'd known this was part of the job, I would have taken up weightlifting.
Jeez, thought they were getting some more tuckery. What they reckon we are, sparrows or something?
It's a starvation diet, like they did in the war. You keep them weak and hungry and they won't cause you no trouble. You want a game?
Nah, I reckon I'll sell some more of these. Hey, Jen, want a ticket?
Big cash prize.
Just don't know. Do you think Queenie can pull it off? Of course she can. I mean, she's that good, she should be in Hollywood.
What if it backfires?
How can it?
What if Nikki decides she likes the excitement and the danger? Some people do, you know.
No, I think our little roughneck is petrified under that cool exterior.
Just supposing. How far are we going to go? I mean, we can't really break out, can
Well,
we?
it's not going to go that far, and
Can
even
I
if...
be of service, Miss Patterson? What are you lot planning? The Great Escape or something? You're going to be a wooden horse, eh, Miss Beecham?
Oh, really, you can be so rude.
Oh, only having a gag.
Talking about Nicky and Cindy, about keeping them on the straight and narrow.
I'll give them a good bashing. Only way to get through to them.
Thanks, Lexie. We'll bear that in mind. This is a private conversation.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just selling numbers tickets. Anyone interested? Oh, suit yourself. Got to be in it to win it.
Hey, Lex, what do you reckon they're up to?
Don't know. They shut up as soon as I got there.
You must have heard something.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Come on, what's the big secret?
What's it got to do with you? Tell me. Just like you told me about Nicky having dope to flog. I said, tell me. Right. Look, they were just talking about Nicky and... Well, Willie said something about breaking out.
Who? Willie?
Oh, could be. I mean, she tried that amnesia scam and Nora's gone over the wall before.
I suppose they're going to get Nicky to help them, eh?
Dunno, maybe.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Anyone's going to break out of this dump. It's not going to be the three wise monkeys.
Hey, it's me who found out about it, remember? If anything's going down, I want in. Auntie May?
Hello, love. Come in. I'm just looking for a bit of free fly.
Have you ever been in love?
What's that?
I was just wondering what it should feel like if you're in love and you're going to get married, say.
Well, I've never been married, love.
But you've been in love.
Yes, I've done that a few times, more's the pity.
Didn't you like it?
I'm not sure it's a matter of liking it or not. It just sort of happens.
Yeah, it does sort of happen, doesn't it?
Mind you, if I ever get my hands on Clifford, I'll teach him what love's all about.
Who's Clifford?
Where's Clifford is more to the point. Oh, it's a long story, love. He and I had a bit of a love affair. Well, I say a bit of. I mean, we were together for 10 years.
What, living together and stuff?
No, it was an old-fashioned affair. We were lovers. Except he turned out to be not quite the friend I thought he was.
What happened?
Oh, you don't want to hear this, love?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, he was a lovely man at first. He was suave and debonair and always wore very expensive brogues.
What?
And shoes. Oh, he never wore them with his pinstripe, of course. Had very expensive taste, that one. Well, I was just a plain, straightforward country girl. I didn't know what good taste was or wasn't. He taught me all that.
Well, that's exactly what I got to learn about.
Yeah, well, I think everyone deserves a taste of the good life. I mean, I worked hard for mine. I was up and down drain pipes like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, doing your cat burglary and stuff.
Well, I wasn't cleaning out their gutters, love. I made a fortune. I retired from the game and just had fun.
Well, what happened to your money?
Well, I made a very silly mistake and let Clifford handle it. I thought he had it in a trust fund, but he was losing it on the neddies, the horses.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. When it was all gone, he disappeared. Well, I had to go back to work, but I wasn't quite as cat-like as I used to be. And thanks to Madam over there, well, it wasn't long before we both finished up inside.
Oh, rotten, eh?
Never trust them, love. Men.
Oh, some of them are all right. I'm going to marry someone who's never going to do things like that to me.
Of course you are, love. Of course you are. Now, where's this bloody wool?
It'd be really lovely.
You are certain that Bullock was behind the accident?
No proof, of course. It all happened so quickly the driver couldn't get the number of either car. And even if he had, you can bet neither of them could have been traced back to dear Mr. Bullock.
What did the police say?
Oh, they go along with a joyriding teenager's story. It's all just too coincidental for me, I'm afraid. I want you to stay and witness this, Meg. I'm going to phone the minister and tell him that if he doesn't expose the whole scandal, I'm talking to the press.
Who are you?
Hey?
What are you doing here this time of morning?
I'm waiting for someone.
Who?
Queenie Marshall.
Who sent you?
Meg Collins. And Nora Flynn.
They're both inside.
So am I. I go in every day.
Who's the freak?
Hey? Oh, Miss Ferguson. She's one of the screws.
It's her, Queenie.
Keep your eye out for the law. What the hell is this? It's Meg gone senile in her old age, sending a bloody school kid.
Meg is on the best. Thought you were supposed to be here after midnight.
This is after midnight. And I've had the cops after me for the last few hours, so I don't appreciate any smart-ass comments, all right?
All right, I'm sorry. May said I'd get some guns off you.
Ha! I don't believe it. She said it out loud so anybody can hear. They must be desperate to get out to want to use this one. Get rid of it, Tiny.
No, please, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Oh, shut up, you annoy me.
I'll take you to the court.
No, find somewhere else. They dragged Bonzo out of there only last week.
No, please!
Oh, hang on. This may be our only chance to get May out.
You do owe her, Queenie.
21 Forster Street. Repeat it.
21 Forster Street.
Be there at 8 o'clock. Ask for time.
What for?
Instructions, sweetheart. You know, we'll tell you what to do. Hey, kid, you mention that address to anybody in your history. Understand?
Oh, come on, Daphne, you've been in there for bloody ages.
Oh, there you go. She's got to make herself beautiful for Loverboy.
What lover boy?
That's a secret between Daph and me. Only he's tall and green and handsome.
What's she on about now?
Beats me, but I wish you'd hurry up. I'm starving.
Should be a decent breakfast for a change.
Yeah, good thing when I went to get that stuff yesterday. Jeez, I was getting sick of dry toast and black tea.
Daphne, when are we going to see the next edition of the paper?
Oh, it should be out sometime tomorrow. It's got some really good articles in it too. You know Helen up in maternity? She sent in a poem called In Honour of Love. I can hardly wait.
Hey! Age before beauty.
And your article's pretty good too, Willie.
Course goes without saying. People have always said I had a way with words.
Oh, rubbish. You've never got away with anything.
Come on, Daffy.
Hey, how you going with the tickets?
Only 5 left. Hey, ladies, only 5 tickets in the raffle left. If you buy them up, maybe we can have the draw tonight.
I wouldn't waste my money. I wouldn't be surprised if it was rigged. I never win anything.
Of course it's not.
Oh, don't take any notice. She never won anything in her
I
life.
have so. I won first prize in a chalk raffle once.
Willie, dear, you didn't win first prize. You were first prize.
Oh, dear. I don't know how I kept a straight face.
You were terrific, Queenie. I was convinced. When you told me to get rid of her, I nearly did.
Yes, but the thing is, are we scaring her enough?
Oh, I reckon so. Didn't you get a look at her face?
Yeah. Poor kid.
Poor kid. I thought you said she went around mugging pensioners.
Well, yes, but she could have been big-noting herself. You know what kids are like at that age.
Vile. Look, I've got to be going. Derek would be livid if he knew I was moonlighting as a gangster.
Well, look, thanks for your help, love.
Oh, it was a laugh, really.
Will you be right for later?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, is Nigel free tonight?
As far as I know, why?
Well, I got a few ideas. And if he'll be in it, I think we can really put the fear of the Almighty up that young Nicky.
Morning, Meg.
Oh, good morning. Oh, am I glad to see you in one piece. Any reaction to the phone call you made last night?
No, nothing yet. But unless something happens today, I'm still going through with it. What's that?
Oh, roster for the classes. Pippa's right on side again. They're all applying to do her class.
I'm glad she's popular somewhere. It doesn't extend to home.
Oh.
She's just so moody sometimes. I can't seem to get through to her.
Well, we got it all out in the open then. What? Morning papers.
Minister for Corrective Services, Mr. James Dwyer, last night revealed that thousands of dollars of taxpayers' money had been ripped off in a fraud involving a supplier and a top-ranking public servant. Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Dwyer has handed the evidence to the police and charges are expected to be laid later today. This is part of a continuing crackdown on corruption, said Mr. Dwyer. While I am in this job, I will continue to seek out those who abuse their positions within the system.
How dare he? He was quite prepared to sweep the whole thing under the carpet.
Yes, and me along with it.
Oh, Well, at least it saves him from going in front of the cameras.
There's no mention of Mr. Chaucer.
He'll get his name in the papers as soon as the police charge him. But I doubt very much whether he's still acting head of department.
Right, you two, you know the drill. Empty your pockets and then go through to the showers.
What's up, Nick? You haven't said a word all the
You
way.
got lumber today, eh?
I'm all right.
Can't be good luck,
I'm
isn't it?
tired. Were you outraging me?
Just shut up, will you?
Hurry up, you two. Stop talking.
Up your nose.
What did you say, Lennox?
Nothing.
Now, you listen to me, my girl. You might think it's a big joke coming in here every day, but I've got news for you. If you don't start taking this seriously, you're likely to find yourself in here permanently. Now, get yourselves to the showers. Go on.
Beecham, Collins, Egbert, Flynn, Graham, Patterson, laundry.
Looks like I'm in the kitchen again. You better keep an eye on the terrible trio. See what they're up to.
Yeah, looks like it might be easier to monster Nicky.
Patterson and Kelly, will you shut up, please? Muster isn't over yet. Right, kitchen. Amphlett, Brodie, Hartley and Kelly. All right, everybody, off you go.
Where are these to go, Mrs. Morris?
Moran is in the kitchen and Lennox to the laundry.
Can't we swap?
Just do as you're told, Lennox. Now get moving. Don't you want to be in the laundry with us?
She doesn't like our company.
Oh, no, it's not that.
See, Queenie?
Yeah.
When's it on?
I don't know. She wouldn't tell me.
You wouldn't be trying to cross us, would you?
No, I swear. I have to meet her tonight.
Where?
21 Fuss. Ah!
Don't tell anyone Queenie's address, understand?
You've got to be very careful, Nicky.
As some of you know, a flick knife was handed in yesterday, which I have reason to believe was brought in by one of the juveniles. Now, Mrs. Barry went through their clothing very thoroughly this morning, but I want you all to realise there has to be a full search every time they come in.
And what about going out?
Naturally, I'd like to see some diligence, but I am aware of the amount of work expected of officers, Miss Ferguson. I wouldn't want to increase the workload. Now, I think you've seen today's papers?
Yes.
Well, the latest from the department is that Mr. Chaucer has been removed from his position as acting head of department.
Of course, none of it would have happened if the union hadn't brought things to a head.
How do you mean?
Well, with officers being banned from breaking the picket line, the minister obviously knew that things here would get bad. He simply couldn't risk the publicity of a riot.
I'm sorry to disillusion you, but if anyone deserves a Guernsey, it's Julie Egbert.
What?
She was the one who discovered more incriminating invoices in the files. I simply brought them to the attention of the minister.
Mrs. Reynolds, what about the paper? Do you want us to censor the article out?
No, I don't think so. The women are the ones who suffered most from this fiasco. They've got a right to know. In fact, I'm going to tell them myself later.
Here, up, do these.
She's not going to say boo this morning.
Amazing what a night under the stars will do for some people.
Hey, Nicky, go and do the rounds of the skip. And don't get lost.
I think it's done the trick, you know. She's as nice as night, but
She's certainly not the ghastly creature she was a couple of days ago.
What's up?
Well, you lot certainly seem to have Nicky under your thumb. Reckon you can trust her, but...
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, going over the wall's a sort of big thing. I don't reckon I'd trust a little creep like that. Gun that took back soon.
Hell, is she just guessing or what?
no, she knows something.
I have to tell her, she'll ruin it all.
I shall ruin it if we do tell her. Cover for me. Lexie? I don't know what you've heard or what you thought you've heard, but forget it, all right?
Hey, look, I just wanted to help, that's all.
Just keep out of it. And don't breathe a word to anyone.
Well, that's the lot, Mr. Pringle.
Oh, wonderful. Thank goodness nothing happened to this truck.
What shall I do now?
Let's see, we're having cauliflower gratin today, so you can cut up the cauliflower. And I'll start making the sauce.
So much you mate the evenings?
What, mate?
Nicky.
She's not my mate.
Thought you two would have been real close. You know, sharing secrets and that.
You kidding?
She hardly even spoke to me this morning.
Stop chattering, you two. Have you finished?
Yeah?
Well, you can help Jennifer with the cauliflower. And you can slice up the potatoes.
Aren't we mashing them today?
No, we're not. And don't get any idea about putting anything in them either.
Like what?
Oh, I know the sort of tricks you guys try to pull. Broken razor blades, grounded glass, that sort of thing. Mrs. Barry.
Mr. Pringle? Everything all right with the food delivery?
Yes, I think so. I haven't checked it off yet.
Right.
It looks okay.
Well, I'll come back after you've checked it then.
Yes, if you'd like to.
I have to. It's my job.
Of course.
Right then.
Alex, what the devil are you doing? Righto, Lennox, come on, wake up. You're not being sent here to have a snooze whenever you feel like it.
Oh, Mrs. Morris, I didn't get to bed last night.
You get back to work. If you want to stay up all night, you're not going to make up for it on our time. Now, you just consider yourself lucky that you're allowed to go home. You'd get plenty of sleep if you were locked up in here every night of the week. Now, you just get a move on. And if I catch you slacking again, I'll put you on a charge.
We still don't know how long this fraud's been going on, but it looks as though it could involve hundreds of thousands of dollars, money which could have been spent improving the standard of prisons throughout the state.
They call us criminals.
This drain on public money could have continued if Julie Egbert hadn't discovered the discrepancies and brought them to my attention. I'd like to thank her publicly, and also I want to say I'm sorry that you had to put up with such a trying time. That's all, thank you.
Pat on the back from the governor,
I
no
didn't do anything.
Got a few brains in that head of yours, haven't you? Good on you.
Hey, Jules, can you give me a lesson? I'm not allowed, remember? Oh, you're just barred from playing. Now, that doesn't mean you can't listen to me and tell me where I'm going wrong, does it?
Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh, great. Oh, sorry.
I'll get it.
Thanks.
Hartley, get away from that piano. You know it's off limits to you.
Oh, but I'm not going to play it.
I don't care.
But
Come on, you heard me.
Oh, it's all right.
I'm telling you, it's got to be true. Otherwise, Nora wouldn't have reacted like that.
We've got to find out what the plan is.
I've told you. We monster Nikki and I'll get it out of her.
No way. She'll go straight back and tell Flynn.
Well, we're not going to get it out of May or Willie.
Nikki must be setting it up for them on the outside. But I wonder what's in it for her.
Who knows? Probably doing it for kicks, eh?
I'd be willing to give her a few of those.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Nikki's the only way we're going to find out what's going on. Between the two of us, we could show what real friends are.
She wouldn't be game to cheat me twice.
If we play our cards right, we could be saying goodbye to this dump.
Sure.
Nora, I'm a bit worried about Daphne.
Who said she's fallen in love with one of her plants? But she doesn't get on with her anyway.
I think she's in love, but not with one of her plants.
Who?
Ben Fulbright. She's always saying how nice he is, and now I think she's dreaming about marrying him. She's written Mrs. Daphne Fulbright on a music book.
Oh, dear.
Oh, young girls do that, though.
Betty's led her on. Oh, come on, let's not knock the poor bloke. For all we know, they might be madly in love with each other.
Well, I happen to know he's been seeing rather a lot of Pippa lately.
You see, I told you. You mean she could need our help?
Yes.
Where have you two been? You're late. Near the bell.
I want to talk to you. Got a scam you might be interested in.
Anything to do with Nora?
Could be. You won't know until you find out, will you?
Well, maybe I don't want to know.
If we let myself at 20 past 2 and don't tell us so, all right.
What the hell is this lot?
Oh, hello. I was just making some samples for my class.
And who gave you permission to use the staff room?
Where else can I go? The library's in use during the day.
I don't give a damn where you go. This room is for the use of officers and official staff, and that does not include you.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I consider my wrist duly slapped.
Get this cleaned up.
I wasn't going to leave it like this.
Now.
No, when I've finished.
Miss Reynolds, I do not care if you are the governor's daughter. I will not have you using officers' facilities as if you own the place.
The other officers don't mind. They realise the value of these classes, but you wouldn't, of course.
Of course not, when you let them run riot.
I wondered when you'd bring that one up.
If you think that I'm going to allow you to erode what little discipline we have in this place, you are much mistaken.
Are you going to do something about it, are you?
I most certainly am.
Well then, I'll have to take my chances like everyone else.
Where's Daphne?
I don't know. She disappeared pretty quick after lunch.
Was she in a cell?
I don't know. I didn't go back there.
Sorry, I'm late, everybody.
Well, what's all that in aid of?
Well, I just thought I'd brighten myself up a bit, that's all.
Geez, I hope the plant appreciates it.
Put a sock in it, Kelly.
You look very nice, dear. I didn't know you had any makeup. You wouldn't like to trade any of it, would you?
Oh, no, see, it's not mine. I borrowed it from Lexie.
You what?
Oh, I didn't think you'd mind.
Well, I bloody well do.
Oh, sorry.
Can I take the skip out?
Yeah, sure.
Well, is that it? Are you just going to let her get away with it?
Well, what do you want her to do? Scrape it off and give it back to you? Where are you going?
To powder my bloody nose, do you mind?
Tell Nicky to come back, will you?
Julie? Now, you know how Jennifer gives me piano lessons?
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, could you give me some lessons too?
What sort of lessons?
Oh, just general ones, you know, to help me be a bit smarter. Because, see, I reckon if you're going to marry a real smart fella, there's things you got to know about, like about books and stuff like that, know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Good. Hi.
You bitches, sit up! You're going to tell me all about Laura's little escape plan, and you won't get hurt. Back off!
Let me alone, I don't know anything!
I don't believe you.
Oh, funny you should say that, eh?
No, please. I don't know the details. A friend's of mine's arranging it all. I'm meeting her tonight.
That's fair. All right, Nicky. You're going to go along with Nora all the way. But when it happens, it's going to be Lexie and me getting out of here. Right?
Well, perhaps Miss Ferguson had a point. If the staff room was as untidy
She was
as
just
that...
trying to cause trouble.
She is, but I don't think you're helping matters.
I cleared up the stuff.
She seemed to be more angry about your attitude than the mess.
Are you saying I'm not allowed in the staff
Pippa.
room? Perhaps I should prepare it in the
Pippa,
corridors.
I told Miss Ferguson that the staff room is available for part-time staff like yourself, but she is a senior officer here. I don't want people going around saying my daughter thinks she has free reign here. Now, can we agree on that? Honestly, I don't see any point in antagonizing the woman.
Yes, I know.
Now, let's change the subject to something more cheerful. Guess who we had a letter from this morning?
Who?
Your brother.
Paul, what did he say?
Quite a lot. He's going to Paris to do a photographic course.
Paris? I thought Berlin was always the place to be.
He wants to see a bit more of Europe.
Running away from a girl, more likely.
Pippa, I don't
True.
think so.
When I was in Germany, he had two of those blonde Teutonic types running after him. What was one of their names? Lottie.
He never mentioned a Lottie.
Well, he wouldn't, would he? He probably can't decide between the two, so he's running out in both.
Oh, well, that makes a pair of you.
And what do you mean by that?
Ben, 1 minute he's gorgeous, the next he's...
Mum, he's not even worth talking about, and I'm going to be late for my class. Goodbye. I wonder where Pippa is. I'm going to have a word with her about... you know who.
Perhaps you can have a word alone with her afterwards.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. I had to tidy up the mess I made in the staff room before I incurred the wrath of Miss Ferguson.
Yes, like.
Okay, everyone, let's get started, hey? Lexie, good news. Your windshield will sell for $60.
You're joking?
And I could get you some more orders, too.
Hey, you didn't bring the money with you, did you?
Look, just because my mother's the governor, it doesn't mean I can start breaking rules. It'll be banked.
Oh, fat lot of use. Still $60 ain't bad, eh?
Great. That's good, Daphne, very good.
Oh, not really. I can't draw much.
Of course you can. It just takes a little bit of practice, that's all.
Pippa?
Yeah?
Do you design dresses as well as materials and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you think you could design something special for me?
What's that?
A wedding dress.
A wedding dress?
Yeah.
Daphne, I didn't know you were engaged. He's a lucky man. I hope he's rich.
Yeah, he's that, and he's real smart and he's really good looking.
Yeah? I hope he's got a twin.
Hey, Daph, come on, we're waiting for Pip to start the lesson. Oh, sorry.
You tell me later, hey?
Well, actually, it's my lawyer, Ben Fulbright. He's really wonderful.
Yes, I'm sure he is.
Oh, you're here.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know. But...
Oh, it's all right. You can come in. I was just
No,
leaving.
no, these are for you.
Well, why did you bring them in here if you didn't know whether I'd be here?
Well, I was going to leave them here, the delivery dockets for the groceries. They're all there.
Right.
Marilyn. Joyce. Sorry, you first.
Well, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. You were quite right. I did put the union before us. It's a stupid thing to do.
No, love, what was stupid that we both made such a big thing about it. There's no point in letting a silly argument split us up, is there?
No.
Oh, I'm glad, because I couldn't bear the thought of losing you. Friends?
Friends?
Good, because I've got a terrible sore back sleeping on the couch.
Oh, Mervyn. What are we going to do with her? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, you will have to talk to her, Willie. You're the one that gives advice to the Lovell.
No, they're both friends of mine. I'll talk to her. Although it'd be easier to talk to Pippa than to Daphne.
Poor kid.
Well, Graham, put that magazine away. It's not a library. You finished your meal, get out.
Sorry, Miss Ferguson. It was a lovely meal.
Come on, Lennox, stop picking at your food and eat it.
But I'm not hungry.
Well, then you shouldn't have put so much on your plate, should you? You took it, now you eat it. Where'd you get that bruise? I asked you a question.
Fell over.
Oh, really? Must have been dizzy from hunger. We can't have that, now can we? Eat.
But I can't.
You stay here until that plate is empty.
All right, thank you. Goodbye. The car to pick the girls up will be late. Would you let them know? Their parents have been told.
Yes, of course. Why the delay?
I don't know, some kind of breakdown.
Well, at least we can be certain Adrian Bullock hasn't anything to do with... Oh,
I'm sorry, Meg. Anne, are you ready? I can't wait to get away from this place today.
Dear me, something tells me the art class didn't go too well
Oh,
today.
the lesson was fine. I'm just ever so slightly furious with a certain individual called Ben Fulbright.
Why, what's he done?
Only convinced Daphne Graham that she's going to be his wife.
Daphne? Oh, come on.
All right, then. She wants me to design her a wedding dress.
She's obviously got mixed up somewhere along
Not
the line.
necessarily. I wouldn't put it past Fulbright to lead her on, then dump her when it suits him.
Why on earth should he?
His ego needs everything it can get. It is about time he found out he can't use people all the time. Especially people like poor bloody Daphne.
It's all been a bit of a laugh for you, hasn't it? Coming in here every day, going home at nights, bragging to your friends about how you've been locked up with a bunch of crims. You have a giggle then. Have fun while you can, kids. Because it's no fun when you're locked in here for years on end. When there's no car waiting to take you home at the end of the day. When you have to beg the screws to let you see your mum because she's dying.
Leave me alone!
And then there was one.
Oh, but Nicky's one of us.
That's true. All right, ladies, let's break it up. There's no point in going on.
Why's that, Nora?
Like May said, Nicky's one of us. She's showing us she's got guts, but she sticks by her friends.
Oh, yeah. And she knows who her friends are, does she?
Oh, yeah. She knows who her friends are.
Well, I think that might have done the trick.
I doubt if we'll see her back in here again.
Oh, let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh, Willie, you better go and check on her. We're not out of the woods yet.
Mind knowing how she got that bruise, though.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know anything about it, would you, Kelly?
Like she said, she fell over.
Just leave it to us, okay?
Whatever you say, boss.
And this one's called Boy George. Want to know why?
Why?
Because his flowers are so colourful he looks like a painted lady.
And this other new one, this is really special. I've called him Ben. He's going to grow up really big and strong because I've talked to him lots. I tell him lots of special things.
Daff, about Ben. The real one, Ben Fulbright. You know what you told Pippa about marrying him?
It's true, Jen. He told me that I was really, really important to him. I mean, how lucky can a girl get?
Daffy, it's not true. I don't know what's been said or where you got the idea that he's marrying you, but I think you've made a mistake. He's not in love with you.
He is so! You're lying to me!
Daff, I'm not. I'm your friend, but I'm Pippa's friend too. That's how I know he's been seeing her.
But Daff! Daffy, please, come back!
Feel better now?
Willie, please, you've got to help me.
Yes, I think I've got some Alka-Seltzers if you have something to trade.
The escape, I can't go through with it.
Oh dear, Nora's not going to like that.
She won't kill me, will she?
Well...
No, I can't win. I've had it.
Oh, now, come on. I thought you wanted to get into the big time.
Oh, God, I was so bloody stupid. What'll happen to my mum if I get killed?
Well, it's
I don't want to
bit
die.
late to start thinking about that.
Please, Willie, you've got to help me. Get Nora to find someone else.
I can't.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing